Well, hello and welcome to Unlock Your Bioenergy. I'm Gordon. Today is Wednesday, June 3rd, 2026. And today I'm going to do legs. And prior to that, I'll warm up with a 9-minute high-intensity interval training session where I'll take the skipping rope. And after that, I will debrief on a few things. And remember, when I say Amazon and Walmart are not authorized distributors, I will continue to say this for a while, so to get the message out there. So if you're thinking about what I'm doing, you should know about it. So without further ado, let's begin today's workout. And I'm going to take this guy, X49, and put it here. And I'm going to take a second one here. I'm going to put it here. And I am wearing the X39, just so you see there. And we'll see what happens today with the warm-up. Yesterday I tried something slightly different by doing a 30-second interval versus the previous weeks. Last week I did just a 6.5-minute regular pace and then a high intensity for 2.5 minutes. So I'm going to see how it goes today. Today, I think this is the third day I'm doing this now, or it's the second. I can't remember if it's twice or 3 times. But I do recall yesterday I had a sawtooth type of graph. That's what you call it. So when I say sawtooth, basically it's going tsit, 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 and then it tapered off. So we'll see what happens today with that. So you hear the remote, my Bluetooth speaker. I'm going to set the tempo at yesterday I did 180, I think, and I said it felt like a pretty brisk pace, so I'm going to try that again. So I'm going to set that here, and as you see, I'm turning on the heart rate monitor. So you see there 75, 72, 71, and there you go. So you get to see the effort that I'm putting forth, and I'm going to just turn this on. 9-minute HIIT. So I'm going to use the beaded rope today, and let's begin. So for 30 seconds, just a regular pace. And of course, I'm already starting to trip. And then I'm going to match the tempo of the metronome for 30 seconds. There we go. Feels good. So it's a good way to do a good type of interval training. It certainly wakes up the body. I'll say that. So how does it feel so far? Halfway through. Ouch. All right. One more. There we go. So, for the leg exercises, I'm going to do, you see the list there, reverse TKE lunges. I did these last week, and I like how the legs felt last week, especially the day after. So I'm going to do these again this week. I was considering switching it up, but I changed my mind when I got down here. So with the TKEs, I'm taking a large anywhere anchor, and I've got a ankle strap attached, and I'm going to put this here, lower this position so it's just above my knee height, and the reason being because when I step into it while on the vibration plate, then it's going to end up being my knee height, so which is what I want. Now, for the, yes, okay. For the resistance, I'm taking a second blue band, and I'm going to grab a door anchor, which I'm going to use to hold this on my shoulder. So it's going to attach like that, and then the ankle strap back on, and this is going to wrap around my foot. So that's the idea behind it. So you can see my heart rate has recovered nicely. And I will continue to have the metronome play to help with performing the exercise thing. And of course the power fell off. The power cord. Okay, so what I'm going to do is figure out how far I need to be here. So I'm going to step into the large anywhere anchor. And I want to have tension at the beginning or when I'm all the way down reverse. So reverse here, and the TKE is going to be pulling on or I'm still getting stretch on the muscle. Oh, and I just realized I got to flip this around. where I'm going to take this and put this here, and then hold the band up and over my shoulder. So that's going to be the resistance here, and there's resistance all the way down in the deep part of the stretch. So this becomes, I'm going to do each leg individually. So let's go for 3 minutes. So touch, up, and then you can do a Bulgarian version of this if you wish. The Bulgarian is going to focus more on the glutes as opposed to the quad. So this is why I'm doing the reverse lunge. And the band is pulling on the knee forward as I'm stepping down, and as is the band that I'm holding. So already better effort today. I've got more stability. I can certainly feel the quad now firing up. And the vibration provides a nice unstable and by extending the knee forward, it forces you to balance the quad. So this is a very good way of doing this exercise. Oh, and the leg's burning. Oh my. So I'm standing just about a third of the way away from the center point of the vibration plate. So the amplitudes are fast, but not very strong. But enough to create that micro disturbance. So I can hold it here. You still have resistance. Oh, gosh. Oh. It's pretty uncomfortable, I must say. All right, so I'm going to switch legs now. So here goes the, of course, well, should do this one first. Now, here the ankle strap. And then having it this way, I've got good stretch on that band, and it remains stretched at the bottom. So just going to do something here. Change this position here to the outside so it still continues to read my heart rate, because my it gets pinched here between my bicep and forearm. Okay, so here we go. Try not to grab the post for an assist. My right is not, I don't post as well with my right versus my left, because I kick with my right. So So when I post my heel into the ground with my left, it's stronger, more stable. Wow. Gosh. Oh, my leg is burning. So this is a very good for stability. Wow. All right. Next is I'm going to take this blue band off here, the post. And I also will take the anywhere anchor, put that away. Then I'm going to take the same blue band and attach it to the lowest anchor point here on the floor, and then I'm going to grab the other ankle strap and set it up here, and you'll see momentarily. Then the door anchor that I had on the blue, I'm just going to take that off and attach the other blue band to the lowest anchor here. So to separate these apart a little bit here, I'm going to take the Bosu ball that I have, and I'm going to place it on the floor here. And the reason being because I want to, tripping over my own self. Take the Bosu ball. Yeah, something like that. Lay it on the floor. So Bosu ball on the floor, and lay down on my stomach. Kind of come forward, so that way I can grab this band and attach it to my foot. And I'm going to extend it like I'm doing a quad extension curl on the machine. But what I want to focus is on the stretch of the quad. That's where I want to live, I guess, if you want to call it, in that area where it's being stretched. And of course, having difficulty putting this on today. So, now, I have tension here at the stretched position. All right, P1, and I want to extend the feet away, working on the quads. Oh wow. The quads are definitely getting there's tension really here at the stretch point too. So I want to basically activate the muscle at that stretch point, force it to respond. So if you're doing a deep squat, this is a safe, very safe way to do it and to activate those fibers. Oh wow. And bring the knees a little bit closer together. And it's a very good variation. This is easier to take off than to put on. And I am just dripping. Wow. Okay. Next up is hamstring curls. So I'm gonna move this Bosu ball out of the way. I'm gonna take my shoes off momentarily here. That way I can put the ankle straps on without having to take. Yeah, I'll put this like this, so you can see. And I leave my shoes on so that way the straps don't easily fall off when I'm going to do the next variation. So here I am, those blue bands. So Last week I used the reds for this exercise, but today I'm switching back to the blue, largely because I found that I'm strong enough to maintain the blue, but get fatigue as well. So I think this is a good distance. I don't know, maybe slightly left. Here we go. Where's the ball? Okay, and let's begin. Okay. So here I'm working the curl portion of the hamstring. So focusing on the very top of the curl, and the reason being because the ball bridge is going to get the first half. So I want to focus here on the ladder. And when you change your position of the toes, so pointing up now, as you can see, and still squeezing, it changes the feel on the hamstring. Believe it or not, I can feel the difference. Wow. The activation that's caused by the vibration here is very, very strong. And when you have adequate resistance, the muscle doesn't know the numbers. It only knows the tension and how to fight it and to respond. So, if you're looking for another way to force your muscle to grow, I'm showing you, and I appreciate your support. Trying to tight twos. Wow. Alright, next up is ball bridges. So, that's where I'm going to take the vibration plate. I'm turning it perpendicular like this. And I'm going to take the exercise ball and a weight. I'm going to grab here, this one said already, I think, yeah, 30 pounds. So the 30-pound weight. And where's the remote? There's the remote. Okay. So the exercise ball goes on to the opposite end of the plate. Take your feet. My butt is just, I don't know, a fist distance away from the bottom of the plate. Then I'm taking the weight. And here we go. So you're going to thrust the weight off the ground, and with the vibration, you're going to stimulate the glutes to activate, slowly decrease, and this activates the entire chain. So getting the beginning part of the hamstrings, and now here you can curl it while you're holding the weight up. You can increase the intensity of this by taking one arm off or one leg off, marching it up, but with the weight and the vibration, it's pretty unstable. It's really difficult to do. I can do a few reps. But you kind of have to position your feet at the center of the exercise ball to hold it. So you get a little bit of cross diagonal strength, if you want to call it that. So it's a good variation for the future. All right, now I'm gonna focus on thrusting, hip thrusting the hips. So my butt is touching, now off slowly and up. Oh, and I can feel that one activate all the way through the hamstring. And I'm trying to hold the weight of the position of the weight at the top here, so not at the bottom. By doing that, takes out, oh my. You can, of course, put a heavier weight if you wish onto your hip. It makes it more difficult. The 30-pound weight for me is enough right now because I'm hitting fatigue. I could probably go slightly lower next week. I'll try to remember that. So that way I can stick in this area or in the window of fatigue. You know how they say a setup window for a car? How about a window for fatigue? You want to stay in there, hang in there as long as you can. All right. Because that's what's going to force the muscle to respond and to grow. All right, next up is the tibia. So I'm going to, this way I have another set of ankle straps here that I'm going to attach to the blue bands that are still on the wall here. And with that, these ones are going to go on top of my shoes, and I'm going to turn the vibration plate this way, and I'm just going to move these other ankle straps out of the way so they're not banging or clinking on the ground or creating noise. So taking the one that's attached to the wall, I'm just going to loop it over my foot or anchor it over my foot, over my shoe specifically. Now I'm going to pull away. Now this is in the center. So, and I'm going to work the tibia now. So, as you see here, point the toes towards the wall. Oh, and I don't want that to happen. Nah. See, this is the challenge with this particular exercise, is that these things will slide off. So it's kind of, you want to get it, anchor them in a point where You know, if they're a little bit on your laces as opposed to your tip of your... I'll try this again here. So, and if you point your toes towards, lift your feet or your ankles off the vibration or higher above the vibration plate, so that way you can work the tibia at its full stretch point. So this is here stretched. Now rowing it back essentially. So now I'm holding it isometrically, allowing the vibration to activate the muscle, and you can see how much my feet are moving based off the disturbance from the vibration, and this creates that activation. It's like those old gimmicky weights that would move, you know, especially for you know, the biceps. You would hold them in your hands and you shake them and then they wiggle. But this is a better variation of that idea. And this one here, it changes. So you basically have to control just your movement and the muscle itself. You don't worry about the activation from the vibration or the movement. And this is what creates that muscle to respond and to wake up. It's very good when you apply the tension, and in my case heavier tension. So because the muscle does scream, I can feel it, and I'm stronger overall because of it. Even compared to lifting just straight free weights or plates or whatever. This is a very good way of doing that. So because you can alternate between isometric holds, type 2 explosive power, and type 1 slow movements, slow negatives, slow positives, fast positives, explosive, you have it all essentially in this within this exercise all by itself. So you're basically really shocking the muscle. And for someone who has lifted a lot of free weights over the years, this by far I think is a step above that, because it's one thing to move the weight, but it's another thing to actually control it. And you want to be able to control it, either explosively or not explosively. So that feels very good. I can feel the all right. Last exercise is the calf raise. And for this one here, I have a little jig that I made. Basically, it's a piece of wood like this. And on top of a 2x4, created a little bit of a spot where I can slide anchors into it. And today I'm going to use the small anywhere anchors. So this is going to go like this, and attach it like this. And I've got a second one here. Okay. And in the past I've used the door anchors, but today I'm going to use my bar. And the reason being is because I'm going to go slightly heavier with for the calves, because they are a stubborn muscle and they can take a lot. And what I'm going to do is attach, I've got black bands here, so the step up from the blue, and it's going to go on here. And with this jig here, This 2x4 will not bend. If you can make this 2x4 bend, then you're strong. And I think there's only one person I think could do that, and that's Brian Shaw. So, with that here, what I'm going to try also is actually do this barefoot, or just without the shoes, because I want to see how it feels. I've never done it this way before, but I'm going to try. I might regret this decision, but we'll see. Okay, no, that's actually quite good, actually. I don't think it's going to hurt at all. That was my kind of concern, whether how much pain it was going to be. And of course it just... So, by holding here, now all that vibration is going to the calf muscle. So I'm giving a full stretch on the calf. Holding it isometrically here. Just now, my heels are just off the ground, or off the the plywood behind me, or underneath me. So, moving slowly through the range of movement. Up. So if you want to increase your height jump, this is one way you do that. So you're going to strengthen the calf muscle, and the calf muscle is definitely responsible for propelling your body up. And then you can move your feet a little bit more narrower. So this changes the angle slightly. Oh yeah, I can feel the difference already. So working the type 2. Oh, it's uncomfortable. It's good though, good uncomfortable. All right. Just gonna put my slippers on here. So, switch the screens here. Today's debrief. So, date stamp. Today is June 3rd, 2026. Starting time at 12:47 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Maximum heart rate I hit today. I didn't even hit this zone. I only hit maximum of 162 today. So you can see that there, 162. And it's interesting how I'm noticing the sawtooth. So here, you know, it's every 30 seconds it's doing that. So that is a how would you say, a sign of lowering oxygen levels inside the body. And you know, when I drink deuterium depleted water before I begin, you know, it lasts for so long, and then, you know, my body is trying to keep up by way of my breathing. So, but I was able to keep up with the intensity, the pace of 180 beats per minute, so which equates to 3 revolutions per second of the skipping, so 3 times per each second. So that's a pretty brisk pace, and I'm still able to do it, no problem. And when I really push, you know, the endurance, that's when my heart rate does go up. But then I also recover just as fast too. So I know that my VO2 max levels are very strong for my age, and I attribute that to doing a combination of things. You know, I'm talking about these things. So I have the YH Renew, and then I have the X49 and the X39. So all of these 3 things, the patches, essentially that's what they are. Okay, there's one there, there's another one here. Okay, and I'm wearing the X39 here. The YH Renew I wear when I'm sleeping, and I put that underneath a wristband. And you have to remember that when you are using this technology, the X39, 49, the YH Renew, you need to supply your body with the 3 aminos. And this is what I've talked about before, and I'll briefly touch on that. So for the X39, you need to make sure you have the 3 amino acids, the glycine, histidine, and lysine. All right. And for AHK, which is for the X49, you need to have alanine, histidine, and lysine. For glutathione, which is the YH Renew, you need to have glutamic acid, cysteine, and glycine. And so when all those aminos are floating around, if you're focusing to create the GHK, then copper is what is the 4th piece that combines with the 3 aminos that are synthesized when the body gets the tap on the shoulder. Like this, tick, 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 tick. Come on, body. I'm giving you the signal to synthesize those amino acids into the tripeptide known as the GHK. So if you think you need to inject a peptide into your body to reap the benefits, well, then your digestive system is not doing its job. And I'll be the first to tell you, if you're bypassing your digestive system, it's not good long term. So fix the problem. And how do you do that? Well, for one, if you have problems with, let's say, acid reflux, well, then you need to increase the acidity level of the hydrochloric acid in your stomach. And it should be around a pH of 1 to 2. If it's that strong or that acidic, then your body's going to process those proteins, aka the amino acids that you eat, and then synthesize them naturally. And then if you need to have the signal to say, here, make sure you do that, well, then you get something like this. And you're not injecting your body with anything. If you don't like needles, then this is a better alternative. I don't like needles. Personally, I don't. And this is a much better alternative. And I'm reaping the benefits from it. I'm showing you right here, 6 days a week. Last week was no fluke when I hit 220 beats per minute for a heart rate. No fluke. I show you what I did. And if you can keep up with me at 180 beats per minute, let's say for the metronome tempo, my heart rate was only, 162 today. But last week, you know, I did a longer stretch, so it was 2.5 minutes worth of consistent, non-stop skipping. It was at a slower pace, but still a running crisscross. And I hit 220. I thought I would never see it, but I saw it last week. So, and I want to see you power your DNA with the best. Support me. And if you think that you can share this with your friends, then there's also a business opportunity as well. You can earn money doing this. And I there's nothing better than fixing your health and your longevity and then helping people that you love around you. I think it's a great trade-off. So feel the benefits. As you see myself, I'm feeling all these benefits. And if you want to learn more about Unlock Your Bioenergy, well then I encourage you to scan the QR code, which will take you to, hi Phil, unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysite.com. And you'll see the buttons on the screen there. It's just, there's good stuff. And if you want to get yourself a lymphatic system trigger, which is a skipping rope, I got you covered there too. Click on the links that you find in the description. And lastly, if you want your very own vibration plate, well then click on the link that you see. There's lots of good options as well, and I'd appreciate your support. And then follow. I'm here to help you stay motivated and to feel, that. And lastly, I have disclosed what I do for additional stem cell support in the body, and it's called Your Own Perfect Medicine. Look for the book. You'll see. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. And eat well, sleep well, and unlock your bioenergy. Bye.